Hey guys, how's it going? It's William Marsh for the SimRacingPaddock, and I'm doing an early morning live stream. It is currently 4:16 a.m. I ended up going to bed early last night because sort of getting over a cold, but since I'm having work done around the house, I basically I can't do live streams from about 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So now I can actually do one early in the morning to try to reach the European folk and everything. So yeah, finally. So in this live stream, we're going to be looking at Assetto Corsa mods. This is something I've been wanting to do for a little while, so I downloaded a few different mods and cars and tracks, and yeah, I'm excited for this one. So one of the things I also did was I downloaded the Content Manager mod. I know all of you have been asking me to do it. I finally did, so you can get off my back about it. I mean, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, I've been looking a little bit at this, and I'm pretty impressed with how this looks. Very, very clean, very, very streamlined. Cyclist Vlogger, there isn't really going to be a lobby. I'm not really planning on doing online. I'm just going to be doing some testing and stuff. But yeah, so let's try this Honda Civic, because one of the interesting things is the power band is very similar to my car. This is quite similar to my car in quite a few ways, as well as similar to my old car. So I'm excited to test this out. Hey Scrubs, welcome to the stream and glad you can join. So let's check out the different tracks that I have. So, okay, that's interesting. Like sorted by countries. Let's sort by all. So you can see some of the new ones I loaded, like Croft. I loaded in Lake Louise Loop. Actually, I had this one before. I also did Pacific Coast Highway, which is a highway in California. Project Toga, or is it Toge? One of the two. Loaded that. Riverside. Road Atlanta Fun Track. Let's try that one out. So yeah, a few mod tracks. Hey Ethan, how's it going? But yeah, this seems very versatile. You adjust the time from 8 p.m. to 6 or 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Let's do 2 o'clock. Hey Lumos, how's it going, man? We'll go. Oh, real conditions. I guess you can't. It matches real life, I guess. Huh. Oh, that's sweet. You can manually type in the time. That's nice. So temperature, let's go with 20 degrees Celsius. I might need to change these into imperial for myself. And then you can adjust ballast and stuff. That's cool. Jeez, Divinian over 1,000 cars. That's just nuts. That is insane. Oh, that's cool. You can see the percentages for grip. I'm going to go to fast, so at least we can get started. And let's just set the wind to east, because why not? So let's fire up the sim, and let's dive in. Ethan, that's interesting because F1 2017 is a solid F1 title. Assetto Corsa is a solid all-around title. So keep that in mind. So, okay, we are mapped. I have no clue how this car handles. I just downloaded it from the first result. VT kick in, yo! Wait, this is time trial. Or this is time attack. Did this accidentally put me in time attack? I did not set it for time attack. Well, let's see what we can do. You can hear that moment the VTEC kicks in. So, no game sound? Ay, ay, ay. Hold on. 1 minute. Oh, it's set to wrong device. Sorry about that. So, let's see now. Okay, there's sound now. There you go. So, hold on. Let me figure something out now. Because I did not set that for time attack, I think. So, hold on. Let's see. Oh, it did go to time attack for some reason. My bad. My bad. So let's take a look. Okay, I just set it to practice. Accidentally was set to time attack. So let's go again. Isn't full screen. I'll take a look at that in a minute. Okay, loading. Waiting for the end of the race. Okay. Oh, there we go. Looks pretty full screen to me. Okay, just want to check something real quick. Yep, that's 1-to-1 rotation. So, even from those first couple corners, I could tell this felt pretty good. Even though I just hit the wall exiting the pits. That's my mulligan for today, guys. That's my mulligan. It sounds like the mixing could be a little better for the car, though. Like the sound mixing. Thank you, Mixena, for subscribing. Thank you very much. But now, okay, this is pretty good. Does handle like a solid front wheel drive car. That's one of the things I check, because in racing sims it seems like FWD cars are very temperamental. They're a little finicky to get right, but it seems like this is doing all right. I'm sorry about that stutter in the stream though. I just haven't been able to get that resolved. So, I'm trying to think, because this is also the mod version of Road Atlanta. I've driven a couple versions of Road Atlanta, say in iRacing, and I think in a couple other titles, such as Forza Motorsport. This feels pretty accurate. Let's see how this feels down here. Okay, pretty solid. But yeah, what I mean by sound mixing is you could kind of tell that you could feel the two sound samples are distinct. They're a little separate. A little wonky at the last turn. Yeah, I kind of felt that. I think the iRacing version might have elevation changes a little better suited. But here it feels pretty good. I have unfortunately not driven this track, or sadly any full-size racetrack in real life. Closest I've done is the Sonoma Raceway go-kart track. Hey, Dan MC, that is a good idea. I should have done that. I'll update the description after this car. But yeah, so this is a lot of fun. Tricky to drive. Just had total understeer torque steer right there, which I was a little too heavy on my right foot. So, yeah. Yeah, most of these are on race department. I think all but maybe 3. But then if you Google Assetto Corsa mods, that is where the first result is, I think, where I got this Civic and maybe 1 or 2 other things. But yeah, I say 90% of what I am going to drive is from race department. This is a fun car. I mean, sorry. As mentioned, I'm kind of getting over a cold. But this feels good. I think my only gripe I might have is the sounds. Yeah, Dan, that's what we're going to try to find out today, because majority of these cars and tracks I'm driving, I have not driven in Assetto Corsa. Yeah, the track visually is not looking the best. It's okay though. So after this lap, I'll switch to the next car. But yeah, this feels pretty good. Divinian, yeah, it is early. It's about 4 a.m. I went to bed early to be able to do an early live stream for you guys. Because over at my house, we're having some like construction landscaping work done. So between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m., I don't really have the ability to do live streaming because it's pretty loud. So I want to do an early live stream for you guys and get that put together. Alright. Definitely a fun car. I'll say that. $11:28 p.m. over in the land down under. Yeah, Divinian, I guess I guess you should say it takes some willpower. Insert. Yeah, that was a cheesy joke, so you don't even have to insert it. The cheesy joke was already there. Embrace it. So, some exciting news for the channel is I just ordered the Husingfeld Engineering Sim Cockpit Pro, or the GT Sim Racing Cockpit. That is, a lot of people have been asking me to take a look at 80/20 based cockpits, and I am finally going to get my first 80/20 cockpit to review. So, I'm excited for that. And I am going to sort of try to evolve it over time. So I'll fit it with extra parts, things like that, to try to make the most out of it and sort of let you in on that journey. So, okay, that's cool. So the hot lap pops up there, and try again button. Replay. You can save your replay. Oh, that's nice. Like, very clean user interface. So now let's try something a little different. Oh yeah, I also have the NSX here. So we did the Civic, now let's try the NSX. So the NSX, actually, I have driven before. No, Ricardo, no joints, man. No joints. So, Gel, or Kel, or Gel, I apologize for mispronouncing your name. This is the Content Manager app. So, hold on a second. So, I'm going to provide links in the description. So, hold on. So, I know this is a bit of a shadier website. So, I'm not condoning stolen content or anything. I don't believe any of the content in this video has been acquired without permission or anything. But Assetto Corsa.club, that is where it's a decent database of all the cars that are available. I mean, there are some that are likely stolen, so use your own discretion for looking at content. But it seems like there's a good variety around here. So, for example, I'm going to be testing out the Toyota GT1 later. We just test drove this Honda Civic. The Nissan Primera BTCC car. I want to test that out as well. But yeah, so much content. And then you can just click on Content Manager up here. So up here, Content Manager. And this is basically where you can download it. So you scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. And you can download, and it's the light version, which it seems like it works pretty well. And then basically it's a donate whatever or pay what you want for the full version. I haven't bought the full version yet, though. I'm just using the light version now because it's my first time testing it out. But I'm liking it. I might actually shell out a little bit for it because this is a much better interface than Kunos put out. So let's look at some more tracks real quick. Because, or wait, we're on cars. So let's go to tracks. The old Zune interface. I actually never owned Zune myself. So, Ram call sign, any recommendations? I did download this Project Toga track. I know you're into Togans, or Togans, whatever it is. But yeah, it looks like there's a lot of different stuff. Monte Carlo. I did download a rally car, so let's give this a try. So, as you see, this redirected me to Race Department. And you can download it there. Transfagersen. I tested that out, I think, in early access for Assetto Corsa. I have not touched it since. But, okay, North Hill Climb. That's nice. But yeah, so I know fast download speed, it already downloaded. Why not? So yeah, we just downloaded a couple roads to drive. Should be fun. I remember, I think Ram call sign, you were driving Shudo Expressway or something like that earlier, yesterday or something like that. But yeah, so we have oh, Pikes Peak. For the heck of it. Rainbow Road. Oh my god. Are you serious? Okay, we gotta try this up. We got to try this out. Ram call sign, I know you, I already have Lake Louise. Uh-huh. Okay. Successfully installed. So, did we just install a track through this? Yes, we did. Okay, then. That's interesting. That's a nice touch. Unfortunately, it looks like we'll just have to do these the old-fashioned way. So, let's get that done real quick. So, I know, exciting stuff, right? So let's drop that in our track folder. The old-fashioned way. Oh, Toge. Okay, sorry. I'll try to remember that. Wait, which one did I just install? Okay, this should be some good content. Jan Van Peek? That sounds interesting. Okay, so let's get back to Content Manager. And let's do the NSX at Rainbow Road. I never thought I'd be saying that in Assetto Corsa, but okay. Okay, alrighty then. Gonna be interesting. Saturday, 20 UK time. So that's about noon. Pretty sure, yeah, I think you can basically do about all mods in VR. Okay. Wow. Talk about low res. Whoa! Okay. Downhill! So this is the Nintendo 64 version. Oh, that's great. Sliding in the wall. Well, at least this has the barriers so you don't fall through the track into the eternal abyss. Okay. Okay. Just imagine if someone was on drugs driving this track in VR. When you put acid instead of fuel. Seems like my force feedback might be a little high. It is clipping, so let's check. Let's turn down force feedback, say to 75. Okay, that's a little better. You'll pretty much destroy every car on that track. But you'll have fun doing it. Need an F1 car. We'll test that later. I have a couple F1 cars up my sleeve. It's Wario. But yeah, it's interesting though because they redesigned this track for the Nintendo Switch version, this specific layout, and it's interesting because you can see a city below. But this is bringing back so much nostalgia. Okay, the jump. Whoa! We dead. We dead. We so dead. I just got the achievement saying I completely destroyed my car. Look at the light refraction on the wheel. It's a disco! Ow. 8 out of 10, okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. I mean, there's always that one strict Russian judge, I know, or a German judge. Should have done this the other day with Jeff. Oh, God. That would have been interesting. Whoops! In the wall. Beat up car, but we're having fun, right? Come on. Where's the blue shell? Give me the blue shell. Bad landing. Yeah. We caught a slide, but there was no turbo boost. Come on. Get your Mario Kart stuff together, guys. Everyone knows when you drift in Mario Kart, you get the speed boost. Can't that be properly simulated? As I hit a wall at like 100 kilometers an hour and no damage. Or not no damage, but my car's not totaled. But oh man, that scraping. So I know the force feedback bar is showing that I'm clipping up there. And I'm okay with that to an extent, because that's a corner which, with such a heavy load. Whoa! Bye-bye, world. Bye-bye, world. But yeah, so in that specific corner, there's such a heavy load, it's kind of natural for the suspension to compress so much that there would be some sort of loss of feedback. Hey Jake, how's it going, man? Yeah, we were just talking and driving weird content in Assetto Corsa. I don't know what the guys were smoking who decided to put Rainbow Road in a simulator, but okay. We're testing it out. This could be a cool drift track. Yeah, I think so too. Unfortunately, the NSX isn't a drift car, so yeah. Maybe we'll test this out later with a drift car. I mean, you can see me sort of starting to catch some slides. Like that. But there isn't that torque to pull me out of the low end. Whoa. This car is so beat up. They were likely... What they really need to do is bring in some of those Mario battle tracks. Have a battle track in Mario Kart brought over to Assetto Corsa. Car battles, yeah. Last man standing wins, Demolition Derby style. Let's see if we warp through the track again. Whoa! Wow. You really have to be careful over those jumps. Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da. Well, that's definitely one of the more interesting tracks I've ever driven in Assetto Corsa. We did post a lap time, though. We did post a lap time. Hey, Brendan, how are you today? So, Rainbow Road, very interesting track. Now, let's try Pacific Coast Highway? Yeah, let's go with that. So, let's go to brands. If I remember correctly, I have a Nissan Sil 80. Yeah, so I added the Sil 80. This is going to be fun, trying to drift. So, Martin, this is the content manager. This is content manager. So, if you go to AssettoCorsa.club, you can download it from there. I have not tried Jouplan, or however you pronounce that. Jouplan? So, let's try this out. Except I'm not really driving a good drift rim, but I'm a little too lazy to swap out the rims right now. So, I've never driven this car. Let's hope it's pretty good. Hey, Rachid, I'm doing okay. I am getting over a cold. I still might have a low-grade fever or something. I'm not sure. Let's make that full screen now. Don't know why I didn't. Wrong way. Let's stop, get some fuel. Wait, you have to pump your own gas. Never mind. California Highway 1. VP, CSL, hands down. Higher quality, pedals, load cell really is very versatile. Yeah, Brendan, it's been around for a while, unfortunately. I've been essentially not 100% since Christmas. And then I started feeling better, and then like 2 days ago, it's like, I'm feeling it again. So I'm trying to nurse myself back to health and stuff. But still want to bring out some content for you guys, you know. That's why I was willing to wake up at 4 to test out Assetto Corsa mods. And you guys know I suck at drifting. I don't have my handbrake set up on this, so yeah. Feel free to cringe. I really should have put the round rim on. I'm currently using the T3PA pedals, VP Gaming, because I'm testing out this wheel, and also for this specific cockpit that I'm driving right now, I'm not really too confident in its ability to handle load cell pedals. So, yeah. But I really say that load cell pedals are one of the single greatest improvements you can make on your setup. Yeah, thanks, Brandon. Also, guys, if you haven't already, a couple days ago, I put out a fun video talking about VR and why I think it can provide you with tools to be, like, more adequate sim racer. I'll put it that way. Whoop. Yeah, I am going to be putting out my review on the TGT very soon. And I'm basically... my main complaint is that Thrustmaster seems to have stagnated in terms of innovation. Sure, they do have the rotary encoders and dials, but still using the same pedal tech from, say, the RGT days? And then still no display, but thankfully, their new wheel they just announced is going to finally have shift lights and a dash. But yeah, that TGT is way too expensive for what you get, I think. If it was like 600, I'd be more willing to swallow that pill. But $800? No. No. Because think about it, for $800, you could get the PS4 CSL Elite. You could get that, and then get the CSL Elite load cell pedals for about 200. Or wait, no. It comes with a 2-pedal set, and then the third pedal's a 129, and then you can spend about... whoa! I spend 200 to get the shifter. RAM call sign, it is a significant improvement over the T300. It is more powerful. It is smoother. But is it $400 smoother? I'm kind of inclined to say no. That was lucky. I guess so. I mean, I do feel a little bit of mechanical damage. I mean, we just barrel rolled down the side of a hill. So, of course, I'd feel some freaking mechanical damage, but... yeah, the CSL Elite is a great wheelbase. No denying that. And one of the frustrating things that frustrates me is that basically the TGT had the possibility to be revolutionary in the way we feel the road. With that depth feedback, that could have been, say, like the next generation in force feedback. However, they decided to use it as a marketing tool and just only make it compatible with one game, Gran Turismo Sport. So, literally, you're spending $800 for a wheel that you can only get the full potential out of in one title. It's like, really? Really? I think Fnatic does have Australian distribution. Yeah, I am hoping about the Field VR. So we'll see how that goes. Wait, I'm doing pretty well for drifting. I mean, for a guy that sucks at drifting. And I'm using a horrible wheel for drifting. I might have spoken too soon. But yeah, so that's a fun track. Feels very California highway-like, which is good, because that's supposed to be. What's a good budget wheel and pedal set? I'd say out of the new ones, for a budget set, the Thrustmaster TMX or the Thrustmaster T150. That would be, I think, your best bet for a sub $200 set. But then I also I recommend upgrading the pedal set. Okay, so now let's check something. Do I have? No, I don't have that one. Okay, that sucks. So let's test out a Formula 1 car. Let's go with that. So F2002. So the F2004 was the car that came out in the new Ferrari DLC. The F2004 is a third-party mod. Should be fun. And let's find a track to drive that on. That's the challenge. Let's do Donington Park. Donington Park is one of my favorite tracks of all time. G29. Basically, my consensus is under 250 is good. Under 200 is great for the G29. Never pay more than 250, I think, for it, though. That's my thought. So one thing I'm also going to be doing is I'm going to be creating a 2018 Sim Racing Buyer's Guide. 215, yeah, I'd say that's good for pulling the trigger. Okay. So I think the sound mixing is better in the Kunos version. This is good. Are there V8 supercars in Assetto Corsa? I completely forgot about that. Or the mod. Whoa! Holy lack of grip, Batman! I might have set this to a green track, I forget. after driving the F2004, this is just, wow, totally different. So I think at the higher revs and shifting, this might sound better than the Kunos version. But wow, that was, I did not expect that in the first corner. I love that shifting sound. Paid $612 for TX, TH88, T3PA, and a leather rim. Hey, that's still okay, man. Thank you, DZ Bond, for subscribing. Thank you very much. So, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, I'm going to be getting the Usingfeld Engineering Sim Racing Cockpit, and I did get a reduced rate on it for review, but one of the downsides of it is it doesn't come with a seat, and most of the best deals for seats are in Europe, and they don't ship to the United States, so it's frustrating. So if you notice on the top bar of the stream, I sort of have a fundraiser to try to get money for a decent seat that I can use not only on the Usingfeld cockpit, but maybe on other cockpits as time goes on to use for reviewing. So if you guys want to help support the channel, you can go to the link below in the description, www.streamlabs.com/SimRacingPaddock. Oh, gamer muscle, Jamesy, dude. So what, we're not supposed to trust you? So if we're not supposed to trust you, then can we trust anything you say? We're kind of in a logical conundrum now, gamer muscle. Dan, I don't really have an old seat lying around. That's kind of the problem. I might be able to see if I can use the Track Racer cockpit seat, but also I need to use that Track Racer seat for my review. And it's a frustrating thing because for the Usingfeld cockpit and also a few other cockpits that are going to be for review, they require a specific kind of seat that has the side mounting holes. So I have to figure that out and everything. You let me win. Okay. Okay. Go Sharks! But yeah, there was an NRG seat that I was looking at, and that seat is around $200, I think, plus shipping. So that's why I just put $250 as the goal. Worst case scenario, I will, I do have the funds to buy a seat. I just want to help, try to get the community to feel involved. Random call sign. What cockpit are you using? Rachid. But yeah, it seems like the grip just falls off so quickly for this car. So you got to keep the heat in the tires. If you go off at all, it becomes driving on ice. But this is such a fun track. Random call sign. Well, don't worry. Soon you might be able to start marketing yourself out for reviews. We can always use more review outlets. Woo! Hey, I definitely used to be part of the poor side of the sim racing community. I used, it was the $70, $70 Logitech NASCAR wheel. And hold on a second. Let me show you what my first cockpit was. So, this was my first cockpit. I used this folding tray table, and I fit the cockpit. It had suction cups attached to the top. I would wedge the pedals between the legs and basically squeeze myself in. And then I upgraded to a Logitech G25. Could barely fit the wheel and shifter because you see that wood block right there. So I fit the wheel and then shifter next to it and barely fit, but I did win a couple races in iRacing with it. So yeah, good times, guys, good times. But yeah, that was my first ever sim racing cockpit. IKEA laptop stand with G25. Good times, guys. Good times. Okay, so we just took a spin in the Ferrari F2002. Let's see. What next? What next? Okay, Rally Legend Ford Fiesta. This should be interesting. I love the way the selection is, because you can just manage just about everything in one page. And then I got Monte Carlo Stage 3. This should be interesting. I've never done off-road driving in Assetto Corsa. Wish me luck, guys. But yeah, everyone has to start somewhere for sim racing. Just saying, just saying. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go! Wow, okay. I did not expect the steering to feel this heavy. Ow. Ow. Note that I don't have a handbrake set up. Woo! Don't gut, don't gut. Triple caution, triple caution, triple caution. Samir, you're breaking the car. If anyone hasn't seen that video, oh, it's amazing. The Samir rally driver. Whoop! Okay, that is not where the track is. There's the track. Yeah, that was... Makes you wish you had a co-driver. Yeah, ABS might come in handy. Pay attention, Samir! Hey, DeGrombo, how's it going? So difficult to see the track. Whoa! Jump up on the track! Come on. Okay, we're alive. We're alive. Random call sign. We need to do like a live stream or video where you're my co-driver and you're just trying to mess me up or something. Top Gear style challenge. Whoa. Yeah, I'd say one of the downsides is you can't really see where the track is at times. I don't know, RCS, can I handle the accent? I guess we triggered a YouTube bot. Whoop. Whoop. I have no clue how long this course is, so we'll just drive until I see the end, I guess. And I get murdered by trackside markers. But right there, I can hardly distinguish the track from the, like, snow. So it's like, yeah, you would really need to listen to your spotter throughout here. Because, oh! Almost in a tree. Almost. Okay, there's the track. Oh! There's not the track. Okay, so... I'm so lost right now. What the flip? Oh, there it is. Why can't there be pace notes? Ow! In Assetto Corsa. Left Samir! Yeah, random call sign. I need sat nav. I just realized I could have turned on the map. That might have helped. Whoa. Ow. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, that comes in handy. Thanks for the recommendation, Jan. Pretty sturdy posts. Whoa! Hold on. That did not go as intended. Let's flee the scene of the crime. Needle through the trees. I died. interesting though, because I'm not getting any real slide in this track. It just feels more like driving on a slick road. Fortunately, in real life, I'm actually a good driver. The only ticket I've gotten was a parking ticket. No moving violations, which is good. Long stage. Or maybe it just feels longer because I'm off so much. Whoa! Okay, there's a slide. Miro, I have been seeing parts of Season 2 of Grand Tour. Season 1 was okay. I felt that Season 1 was getting a little too gimmicky with, like, the American and the celebrity brain crash and things like that. I felt like they kept on trying to distance themselves too far from what made Top Gear great. Season 2 has been feeling a little better. Season 2, I think they're getting back to what made the original series great. So, yeah. The Mergen? The American. Oh, I just nailed that rock. I'd say Assetto Corsa's physics are good, authentic, definitely not the best physics. I still think R Factor 2 is one of the top dogs when it comes to physics. Wow, we're in 6th gear for once. And, oh, ow. Never go crazy. Hey, Ryan, how's it going? Oh, those rocks. Wait. We finished. Or wait. We finished. And he crashes. Story of my life. That was an interesting stage. Maybe if it was a little better, Or maybe if I was a little better and maybe if I had a handbrake, it would have been slightly easier. So let's check something else out now. Let's figure out what track first. Let's go Riverside. Riverside is one of the older tracks that used to be in California. They ended up destroying it to make a shopping mall. That's like the worst death a racetrack could go through. And we'll test out one of the Race Sim Studio cars. So, which one? Let's go Ferrari. Or the not Ferrari. Ferruccio. Fans of GTR 2, you might enjoy this. But you might cringe too, because I don't really know Riverside well. But it's kind of funny though, because there was this guy on Facebook, he was selling metal cutouts of tracks. I ended up buying the Riverside version because there's only 12 bucks. It's a California track, and my friend has a cafe that's all themed about classic vintage motorsports. So I was like, okay, that would look good in a cafe. So I bought it for my friend as a late Christmas gift. Okay, that's some pretty nice sound at least. But yeah, this was a interesting track. Very high speed segments. I want to say it was torn down in like 1983. So here it goes into the long section. Well, it's interesting because my dad, he used to talk about going to NASCAR races at this track because he grew up in Southern California. So he would go see a couple races here. Whoa! Yeah, that totally flat spotted my tires. I keep on forgetting you need to blip the throttle on this car for downshifting. Or I can turn to brake bias. Ram call sign, what did you use for brake bias for this car? Excuse me. Dang it, I'm getting over a cold and now I have the hiccups. Such a fun car though. I did a live stream focusing on this DLC specifically, but oh man, this really is a fun pack. Especially because GTR 2 was one of my first road racing sims. Wow, I just totally locked it up and boom goes the windshield. Which, that's one of my gripes with the Assetto Corsa. So, race car windshields are not made out of glass. They are usually made out of Lexan. And those are resistant to cracking and shattering. Kunos didn't get the message. Just saying. Car's still tracking straight, though. Yes, this is basically the Ferrari, I think 550, but they have to call it a different car because it's a paid, mod. Still don't really have this first sector down. It's such a high speed spot that you need to be so freaking careful. Then that crest before that corner. That is so unusual. But yeah, you have to blip when you downshift these cars. Let's get one clean lap in. But yeah, the sounds for this car, one of my favorite things about this mod. And I have a lot of things I like about this mod. Really does bring back GTR 2 memories. I'm running low on fuel. Stay on the brakes. There we go. Yeah, this does remind me a lot of Sonoma. And unfortunately, I don't really know V8 supercar tracks enough to speak for that. But yeah, this is very fun. Some very high speed sectors. Dang it. That corner kills me. This is pretty good on force feedback. I'm not sure if you can see the top of the wheel, but it is jumping. Whoa! That was a big bump. So let's get one more lap in. And then this last corner reminds me so much of Willow Springs. This last really winding part. Dang it. Shh. You didn't see anything, and yeah, you saw that. Okay, actually, let's just wrap that. But yeah, the Riverside, great track. I'd recommend just download it to relive an era of sim racing history. It's really well done. So let's see. I think we have one or two more cars. So we did Rally Legend. Oh, we have the Sia too. I forgot I loaded that on. McLaren. Where is it? I could have sworn I put it. Yep, MP413. Yeah, buddy. This should be fun. And let's see where to drive it. No, that would be a little too crazy, I think. Try Road Atlanta again? That could be an interesting combo with an open wheel car. Yeah, so I'm likely going to do a second video and live stream later on. So this is just like the first of a series I'm going to do. I'll likely do multiple over time. I gotta say, this is one of the coolest F1 wheels. It's like not overly bloated, but oh, still pretty awesome. Hey, Wheatley's, how's it going? Oh, hey, it's Wheatley's. That sound, though. I need to try this in VR. Oh my god! This car is nuts! This is a challenge to keep on track right now. It feels easy to steer, tough to drive. Dang it. Yeah, as I mentioned, tough to drive. Now we gotta get heat back in the tires. So I think after this I'll do the Seat car, and I'm gonna call it. Whew. It's not the diesel, it's the touring car, I think. The Leon. Love the sound in this car. You can tell it's a little more refined than the previous F1 car we drove. More care went into the sound mixing for this, I think. I've always heard good things about Oran Park. Sad about what happened to it, though. It just seems like it's a sad state for a race car. Oh, this is such a beautiful sounding car. As I go off track, I need to try this with VR later. This would be incredible, I think. I think it's the Cupra, or the Seat Leon Cupra. Or Cupra, however you pronounce it. Hey, is it Davis or this? I didn't realize it was a diesel random. Let's get one good lap in with this car. I'm asking for one. Let's see if we get one. Oh my god! Oh! Whoa! You can just see this is a beast to handle. Little too hot, little too hot! Dang it! I like this setup, it works well. I did just put out my review on this cockpit that I'm sitting in. You can check that out on the channel. Okay, we have wing damage. That sucked. Rage quit! Okay, so one last car track combo, and then I think I'm going to get a little more sleep, or rest, or I might have some early chicken noodle soup or something. So yeah, the Seat Leon Euro Cup. I like this livery. I don't see anything about diesel. And I'm going to take, is it Tsukuba? Or, I think that's how you pronounce it. The T is silent or something. So let's give this a try. I believe this is a front wheel drive car. I'm not certain, I should have looked. But I really like this content manager. Minimally intrusive too, which is surprising. You just drop it anywhere on your computer. That's the shocking part. And it detects your installation. I've driven so many hours of this in Gran Turismo. Definitely front wheel drive. Wow, locked up the rear tires under brakes. That's interesting. So I'm trying to get a feel for this track. I call back on my old Gran Turismo memories. Feels pretty accurate. I'll give them credit on that. It is a slippery track, as you can tell. But it does feel pretty darn close. Maybe a little too wide. Oh, okay. Yeah, because thinking back on the Gran Turismo, it was, I think, maybe a little narrower. But in terms of the angles, yeah, this is a fun car. It's a tricky car because driving front wheel drive cars in a racing environment, tricky. Getting a little throttle off oversteer I'm trying to induce. Well, yeah, this is a fun car. I might talk about doing this for next season for Sim Racing System. This could be a fun series. Hey, Large Llama. Yeah, I wanted to test out some third-party content for Assetto Corsa. I am kind of getting over a cold, though, so I might, unfortunately, call the stream kind of short. But you can feel free to watch the rest of the stream. It's pretty fun. We did some crazy car track combos. And yeah. Never thought I'd be driving Rainbow Road in Assetto Corsa. Yeah, this track is so much fun. Incredibly technical. I likely have done thousands of laps in this, in Gran Turismo 5 alone. And then photo mode at this track was a lot of fun. I wish this was in Gran Turismo Sport. This would have been an incredible track for GT Sport. One of the things I'm mad at GT Sport about, they should have had this track in. I know it's a tough one to race at, but hey, why not a little challenge? That elevation shift in the first corner, that might be a little too harsh here. I remember in Gran Turismo it being a little more subtle. But all in all, this is a great car track combo. Because this is touring car, mainly intended for smaller tracks. This is a smaller track. I can imagine some good door-to-door racing with this. Keep on over-revving the engine. Yeah, Large Llama, I can do a quick rundown. But yeah, I find that either the mods are old, deprecated, they have issues, or you might be installing them wrong. Because generally the situation comes down to, are you putting the right folder in the right spot? When in doubt, read the README. Random call sign. I have a VW. And I don't over-rev it. But yeah, that incline right there might be a little too harsh in Assetto Corsa. Wow, random call sign. Wow. That's so interesting, the wheel hop in the rear. At least it's simulated well, I guess. One more lap. Last lap, guys. Julian, this is the Seat Leon Euro Cup. Random. I think I'm actually gonna call it for now. So end the stream. Can I get it to lift a rear wheel? I wonder if that is what's happening when you're seeing the flat spot indicator. But yeah, after this video goes live, I'll provide links in the description. I'm starting to feel out of it. Actually, no, one more lap. The curse of sim racing. You're always wanting one more lap. I want to break into the 1 minutes. Let's see if I can get under 101. No! Dang it, I screwed up. Okay, so actually I'll go until I get under 101. So large llama. Clipping is when force feedback runs so high it starts getting distorted, or you end up losing feedback. In some corners, like incredibly high-speed ones and banked corners, a little clipping is acceptable. But if it's going like right when you start turning in, that I'd say is unacceptable clipping. But if you hit a curb and it clips a little bit, that is also acceptable. Little over rev there. Okay, that was good. Little late on the throttle there. So like there, it's a little acceptable for some clipping there. Because I'm putting so much steering input. Come on. No. 59. Yes, 59.948. We're in the sub-minute lap, guys. Booyah. Arda Block, this is the Seat Leon Euro Cup. Hold on a second, I'll show you. So, we can turn that on. So, this is a front-wheel drive touring car. It has 297 horsepower, 499 Newton meters of torque, 1,075 kilograms. So yeah, pretty quick car. For a front-wheel drive car, 5 seconds 0 to 60 or 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. Yeah, so it's an interesting race car. It's a lot of fun, especially for a front-wheel drive car. It's a good car. I'll give it that. So yeah, I'll give a brief rundown on where to find this content. And then I am going to sign off. So hold on a second. So if you Google Assetto Corsa mods, 2 things will pop up. These top 2 are where I get most of the mods. Assetto Corsa mods from Race Department and from AssettoCorsa.club. So let's show AssettoCorsa.club. You go here. First car I drove, Honda Civic SIR. So we have this one here. Fun car. Very similar in concept to my personal car, which is pretty nice. So you can go to download, and it'll go to the where it's hosted. So this is hosted in the Google Drive. So I've already downloaded this. So if we go into my folder, and You go to Documents, AC Mods, and that is the Honda Civic. So here's the folder. And what you want to make sure is that this is the folder that you drop into the Cars one. So some mods will have this folder nested inside another one. But for this one, to check, you double click. And if you see files such as the shadow PNGs, animation, SFX skins, that is, you went too far. So you will go up. And here's the TW Honda Civic. So you go to Assetto Corsa in your Steam folder. And then you go to Content, Cars folder. Drag and drop. And it'll say I have the same. So we'll just replace. So yeah. But an example I'll show you of what I was mentioning is, let's see. So let's open the AC mods. So if we go to the if we go to that McLaren F1 car, the Virtua Simulazione, or however you pronounce it, double click it. You'll notice it says content. You could just drop this in your root Assetto Corsa folder. So you could just drop it into your root. But if you want to be more specific, double click, can drop this into your content. But make sure you are dropping the correct folders in the correct spot, or else you could not have it installed properly. So that's just a quick rundown of how to install mods onto Assetto Corsa. One disclaimer though, I did mention that some of the stuff on AssettoCorsa.club, it could be seen as shady and questionable in legality. One thing I just realized right now is this Civic, it used a model from Turn 10 Studios. So this apparently is a car that was somewhat ripped from Forza Motorsport title. So as mentioned, I'm sorry I didn't realize that. I do not condone piracy. I do not condone it. But yeah, download at your own discretion. I'll just give you that advice. But yeah, so these are just some mod cars that I enjoy in Assetto Corsa. They're a lot of fun. I'm gonna likely do more videos highlighting cars and tracks in Assetto Corsa because there is an incredibly active third-party community. So thank you all for watching and putting up with a little sick Will right now. Hopefully I get better soon. But yeah, for now, let's just have fun. And you guys have a great rest of your day.